something like that. Okay. That one?
This is 88.1. I just put those two on 88.1.
Okay, so I think what we need to do is have the ones that are on the same station kind of have them separate sides of the room.
Yeah.
So, okay, so what we've created a sound composition made out of field recordings that we put together during lockdown. So we found that you couldn't go to a lot of places. So a lot of our free time was taking our daughter to playgrounds and parks and things like that. So we're making field recordings there, and what we've done is split them up into several tracks that are broadcast using mini FM transmitters. So there are 4 separate stations, and the frequencies that we're talking about are basically just the frequencies between the stations, so where there's no commercial radio station present. And we're setting up 4 little stations basically that are sort of confined to a very small area, and these transmitters are normally used for to broadcast your phone in a car if you don't have a jack cable. Now, the reason we use radio is because it gives you that idea of domesticity. So everybody's got a radio in the kitchen, more or less, and it has that sort of it's kind of emblematic of home. And these sort of humdrum sounds, these everyday sounds, are emanating out of these radios, and sort of bouncing around the space, bouncing around the room, and giving you that sense that your every day is kind of the same, kind of Groundhog Day, and you're repeating the actions, and it's something that everybody can relate to, I think, with everything that's happened over the last year and a bit, year and a half.
Я внутри трубы. А где ты?
There are several tracks, and the recordings include radio noise, which is a combination of the ELF recordings of Hackney Downs Park, so the electromagnetic activity that's present in Hackney Downs, mixed with things like the sound of coffee beans running through a coffee machine, and something else, a train engine in New York, and mix them together to kind of give you the impression of the space between the stations. These act as interjections between other tracks. And then before that we were hearing sounds of domestic sounds like kitchen objects, washing your dishes, and literally walking in the park. And then these are sounds from playgrounds that we've been visiting. This in particular, I think, is Corum's Fields in central London. And you can hear tubular bells. We're playing these tubular bells that are there in the park. And after that, there'll be another walk in the rain. Some football chanting in the background.
There's also children's toys that we use, some kids' names toys. spinning top.
Yeah. And these are all kind of meant to work in tandem with the 200 images projection, which is what we were talking about earlier. Each one of these has been published in a zine, but we photographed them all, collected them here together, and projecting them. It's a short film. And I suppose the idea is all kind of centered around play, using children's art materials, using children's toys, playgrounds, things like that to make work. This is an open submission zine published by Julie Kane in Birmingham. And this is issue 10. It's called Indestructible Energy. And we've been submitting work. It's been going for the last 9 years. And we've been submitting work to every single issue. It comes out about once a year, maybe a couple of issues a year, depending on how busy she is. So this project started essentially with she picks a theme every time, and we decided to. She suggests the format as well. So this time it was a square format, 13. Or was it 12 by 12 or 13 by 13, something like that?
Yeah, I think 12 by 12 centimeters.
So we bought some origami paper online. And then just spent loads of afternoons during lockdown repetitively drawing our ideas down. So my drawings are abstract shapes and colour and just line mark making using beeswax crayons that we bought for our daughter Kitsu. So it kind of just comes out of us drawing together, just making marks on paper. And then
my one was Kitsune's face, so that's my daughter. So I did 100 drawings of her face, which I was kind of really focusing on her face because she has these really beautiful big cheeks, and we found that strangers would be tempted to come over and kind of pull her on the cheek, which I would have to stop them doing, and especially when COVID, you know, when that started happening, I was very cautious, but people would still approach.